Your kids are likely to have a lot of free time this holiday weekend, so do you worry sometimes about what they see on social media? We all know it's not just cute cat videos. There's some pretty scary stuff out there. The News Literacy Project found, listen to this statistic, that 80% of teens have seen conspiracy theories online, ranging from Taylor Swift rigging the Super Bowl to the Earth being flat. And listen to this even scarier statistic, 80% of those teenagers say they believe at least one of those theories. Our Nancy Chen visited a school here in New York where students are learning how to spot fact from fiction and take those skills home for the holidays.
This 7th grade media literacy class in North Salem, New York, is getting ready for their biggest test yet.
Thanksgiving Roleplay, Episode 1, Action.
The Thanksgiving table.
Apple pie is clearly better.
Pumpkin pie is 100 times better than apple pie.
These 12-year-olds have spent the last 4 months learning how to have tough conversations and tell the difference between fact and opinion.
Facts can be proven, like pumpkin pie has less sugar and apple pie has more nutritional value.
Cynthia Sandler has been teaching the class for the last 5 years.
Why did you want to teach this class?
Gosh, I think it's just the most important thing that students should be learning right now.
The course, created with a grant from the News Literacy Project, covers more than just how to consume news.
Media literacy education is essentially developing habits of critical thinking, asking questions like, who is behind this information? Is this evidence? What is the purpose of this?
In the last 15 years, 19 states have added some kind of media literacy standards to their curriculum, with 7 more pending legislation. But that momentum is just the start. A recent survey found that 94% of teens want a media literacy class, but only 39% have taken one.
Thank you for having us in your class. I'm curious, how many of you like attending media literacy class? Show of hands.
In Sandler's class, an easy lesson to take home.
We came up with the acronym CARE, C being connect, A, ask questions, R, research, make sure they know they are informed themselves, and E, educate, help them with the skills that they're lucky enough to have.
You say that empathy and media literacy essentially go hand in hand.
Absolutely. If you have a clash of what you think is true and what somebody else thinks is true, the first thing would be to respect that difference and talk with one another. We need to get away from debate and closer to dialogue.
Some students, like Sophie Braz, are already sharing these lessons with their families.
You feel like you're schooling any of your big brothers with this too?
Yeah.
Why do you laugh? What do you say to them?
Well, because they always just come home and they're like, Mom, Dad, I found this really cool thing. And I'm like, it's definitely fake. I would go and check that.
Her father says the skills she's learned go beyond fact-checking.
She's 12 years old. She's forming her own opinions. It's given her confidence. It's teaching her how to stand up and question things that she doesn't feel fully comfortable with.
I know you're saying all of this for a class of 7th graders, but this is something so many adults could also take heed from, especially with the holidays coming up, so many families gathering together,
Right, exactly.
and a lot of differing opinions.
Classrooms are a microcosm of society, right? You get a bunch of people plopped together in a class, all with different lives and values and experiences and knowledge, and there they are. So what we can simulate in a class, listening, questioning, talking with one another, respecting one another, that is what is possible in society, I think.
And the News Literacy Project is helping pilot this curriculum across 13 states and districts of differing socioeconomic backgrounds with the goal to reach 1 million students by 2026. I mean, this is a class I wish that I had had when I was a student, but something like this didn't exist back then.
Honestly, it makes me feel like the future is bright because the world is getting a little messier, a little more chaotic, hard to tell what's real and what's not with AI. So it's great that these students are learning this. But you have different students that have different needs, different ages. Is there a one-size-fits-all approach?
It's not one size fits all, especially because it's really still at the nascent stage at this point. There are some districts that are approaching it by teaching all of their teachers media literacy training and incorporating it into all lessons. Some other schools are approaching it by teaching one certain class at a certain grade level, and that can be as early as elementary school to get those skills in their repertoire. But they say most importantly, this is about how to think rather than what to think. And that's an important point because a lot of people hear media literacy and they might think this is a political thing, and they urge people, it is not about that. They say that these days, media literacy is literacy because of how much we consume through our screens.
So true.
Really important program. Nancy Chen, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.